into the rink discussion.
No, I agree. I think rink talk sick. There's a lot of nasty rinks out there, and we're gonna get into it. But welcome back to the RDN Roller Show. We got to hear a Sunday edition here, March Madness, I guess you could say. Ants at the rink. You can hear the chatter in the background. Boys
Oh
are
yeah.
wilding. How's the rink this Sunday afternoon?
We're in playoffs because we had like 30 snow delays. We had four, but we had a lot of snow delays this year. So we're just starting our winter playoffs and it's like 75 outside. So I did beanies for the awards, and so it's not really hitting well, but is what it is. They're supposed to be done a few weeks ago when it was snowing, so is what it is. But the vibe was good. So just got done the game and back on the pod with
You got
with
to
the boys.
get on the stripes right here in a couple
Yeah, I gotta
hour.
hop on I actually have two games now. So I have this game, one more, and then I have the rest. So I got some time. We're
And
good.
is this one league? Is this like the silver division?
We have no on Sunday. We have a bronze early, silver, and bronze late,
Okay.
and then they both split the bronzes into a top four, bottom four, top four, bottom four for both divisions.
What a world
So,
that'd be to have that
dude,
many
we
divisions.
got we got 22 teams on Sundays, and then my weeknight league. This is the most I've ever had. I have 46 teams during the week now. So we have six teams on a bye each week
And the
because
skill level there is pretty like obviously the same with that. I'm assuming the bronze, the silver is probably a pretty big jump, right?
yeah, so we have like our bronze and silver did crossovers last year, and silver we're only beating bronze by like a goal or two each game. But the thing is, there's a lot of guys who play in both at that level. You
I
know, they'll play
see.
in two divisions. I have a copper A, B, C, D, and E. So the copper division makes up half of the teams I have.
Well,
So yeah,
I
it's
think
wild.
I got an idea here. So, welcome back to the RDM Roller Show.
Oh shit, we're
Ant
back.
Merrigan on the mic here, and we're gonna get into it. We got a nice little podcast here for you guys. It's been about 2 weeks. We had a couple of skate releases. CCM released their new skates. Bauer released their new skates. Tour had their Spitfire skates out for a while, but they kind of, I guess you could say, reposted them when Bauer posted. Copa de
Strategic.
France, Copa de France just happened today. Shout out to Epernay for the big champions taking it over.
Verzon.
My bad. Sorry, yeah, Verzon. Verzon.
Verzon.
Unbelievable game. And then we're also going to get into March Madness talk about a little content idea we're going to do. So, but first, let's get into it. Let's go back 2 weeks ago. CCM and Bauer just released their skates, right? I like the colorway on the new Jet Speed CCMs. And then the Bauer went the Bauer Flylights, pretty much that ice boot with the nice colorway. Unbelievable skate release. Anth, give me your opinion on it.
So I was when we saw the CCM drop a while back, some guy actually had them today. So I was interested to see how they felt. But the boot, like for some reason, I don't know what it was. The boot just looked like maybe it wasn't gonna be like a traditional like jet speed ice boot, but the guys I felt today looked awesome. And it felt awesome. So I'm excited for us to get our hands on those. But I love the colorway. I love that like teal, and they did a white skate as well, which was interesting. Oh, there you go. I was like, oh, I thought I lost you. But I mean, the white toe cap, I know a lot of
Shout
people
out
have
to Pier
problems with white
Hockey. We're
skates.
gonna give Pier
Yeah.
Hockey a little credit here, I guess. You
Oh,
know.
there you go. Pure
Uh,
hockey.
but yeah, no, dude, I do like that colorway, that
Yeah,
teal and
it's sick.
black. I think I don't know if LeBeta Freeze has a sponsorship with Bauer. I know they went the Bauer gloves, but might as well get a sponsorship with CCM now too,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it matches to a T, right? But yeah, like the skate felt great on the ones he had, and I think he didn't honestly have the top of the line one. I think he had the second one down.
Okay.
But they felt pretty good. So
I like
I'm
this
excited
boot.
to get ours. Yeah.
And on the side here, I do like this the boot the colorway. I wish they had that. You know how the Mission has that like inhaler with the airflow tech?
Yeah, on
That's
the
the
side
one
of the
thing,
boot.
dude, I love
Yeah.
that for inline skates. That's a huge
Yeah.
thing that I love.
It's true.
The chassis reminds me of that Mission chassis they went with last year. That's the only
Yep.
gripe I think I would have with that is chassis is
Agreed.
just that. But I can't say anything until I try it. But
Yeah, and
overall,
it's probably just like your second level aluminum chassis, right? It's not going to be the Kryptonium, but it says fast frame on there. I don't know, so we'll see. the biggest thing with the chassis is just the weight, right? Like the Kryptonium chassis are so much lighter. So that's a huge benefit on when you add the wheels and bearings on the skate. That's really what adds the weight, right? The boot and the chassis itself, like, are what they are, but the wheels and the bearings add the weight. But I'm just worried about the chassis, but we'll see. When we get them, we'll be able to kind of give a rundown for it. And but they look sick. I think
Yeah,
it's a sick colorway, white skate. I mean, it's so roller hockey that skate. So
it is. And the one thing that I do, I really like about the wheels kind of went more with what the boot looks like, right? So it looks like revision probably, I'm sure Colby, Chavo, they're a lot have to do with revision right now. I'm sure they kind of really plan that out with them as well too. But nasty skates overall. Can't wait to
yeah,
try them. The one thing you do kind of notice. I'm going to show here on the Bauer one. We've been a big Bauer supporter. We're just a big roller supporter. So I can't really judge. I mean, right here, I'll show you. I got some old CCMs. Okay.
damn,
Mission
dude, the RBZs,
RBZs, Mission
dude.
Frame. These are nasty, dude. I love these skates. I was rocking these until about 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say, like you were using. I think.
yeah, I
Remember
had,
when Narch came to Colorado? Didn't you? Were you using
yeah,
those at that point?
yeah. I was using
Yeah, yeah.
these. I love these skates. So huge shout out to CCM. Big
For getting
thing.
back in the game. Yeah, getting
Yeah,
back in the game.
this is what I know that's different though. You have that back here compared to what Bauer has. They have
Yeah,
that like that flex thing, dude.
flex tendon guard. Yeah,
Dude, that flex tenon guard on the missions are
so much nicer.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
So, overall, love that CCM look. Excited for the new skates. But I think the big thing too was that Bauer release. I do like as a competitors, they all kind of jumped on that Bauer date release where everyone like tour posted it, CCM. I get it, right? Obviously Bauer's just they've always been in the game for inline with Mission and not. So even if when they do post or not, it doesn't matter. People are gonna gravitate towards that, right?
yeah,
So I'm gonna pull up the new skate. Overall, I'm super excited to try this skate out. I
dude,
haven't obviously seen it in
cannot
person,
wait.
but it looks absolutely disgusting. From the colorway to the wheels to the new chassis, and then even the I love that tendon guard too.
Yeah.
So super excited for that.
And they did the like old school kind of felt tongue, which I love. It's nice and thick too. So they have, and like Bauer's always done good with this with their eyelids. They have that little gap in between each eyelid, and that allows it to kind of flex. Like it allows you to kind of flex a little more and have that,
Oh yeah, right here.
yeah, right in there. So it gives you that ankle flexation. So that's really nice. The Kryptonium chassis is obviously a winner. I saw a lot of people in the comments commenting that how happy they were to have a Kryptonium chassis on a high level skate. Millennium gripper wheels, as Sierra explained to us when we did the mission interview, like people usually switch their wheels anyway, but Millennium's like the OG like wheel from Levada, right? Like everyone had Millennium grippers at one point in their life, and it kind of matches the color a little bit too with that like purple and then matching with the blue. But obviously some guys have had them already, been skating on them. The feedback sounds like it's been pretty good. I'm pumped for these because I'm a huge vapor boot guy. So I just like want to get my foot in those and start using them. So I'm pretty pumped for that. Um, yeah, and it was cool to like get all like you said, all the skates kind of released right around the same time. Tour kind of jumped back in with like at least marketing their skate. But from what I've heard, the feedback, I have a couple guys who have the Spitfires up here. They like those as well. So sounds
I'm
like everyone's stepping up their game, which is good for the sport.
absolutely. I do love the new missions don't have that obviously the air tech flow that I was talking about, which I
Mhm.
love. More of that ice boot, definitely get
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna show this skate, the Flylight 30. I just love that green.
dude, the green sack.
Dude, the green sick. Obviously, the boot's not what it is, but dude, even like just that look, man, I love that.
Yeah,
Disregard the chassis, disregard
yeah.
everything else.
These are for the street. Like let's
Yeah,
just
that
clarify.
is a
Like,
nasty street skate.
yeah,
Like that is a nasty street
these
skate.
these are for like just wheeling around like through your neighborhood. But I have guys who use the like last year
Dude, it's
ones
a
with the
nice
plastic.
looking boot.
Yeah, like Andy Cripps, who works for Bauer, like said he loves the plastic frame because it flexes a little bit. So I mean, it's I don't know how durable it is, but if you think about it, ice holders are all plastic, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll hold up. But I love the green as well. There's a guy on my ice team who has fly lights and he played at Dartmouth, so they have the green accents as well, and they're fucking nasty. So I'm a huge fan of green in general. So
No, absolutely. I think they're it's a nasty looking boot's nasty. I like the whole Flylight line, looks great. Regardless of the chassis, it's going to evolutionize. Skates are always going to become different. So I like that. Nice drop from CCM, nice drop from Tour, nice drop from Bauer. Pumped to try the skates out and really give like an honest review, I guess you could say.
yeah,
Um, One thing that I'm gonna pull up too that I have, hold on. We had the Coupe de France that also took place over the weekend as well too, which is we had Villeneuve versus Epernay, and then you also had Rattel play Verzone. You would think Rattel and Verzone, my bad. You would think Rattel and Villeneuve, the two powerhouses, right, end up in the finals again. But yeah, Epernay took down Villeneuve, and Villeneuve, dude, you had Brabick, you got Nathan Sigmund, Robbie Baljeron,
I was
Cooper
wrong. Yeah.
Haar, Carl Gablet. I mean, dude, that team is deep.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
and then Epernay, Marvin Simmons, shout out to Paulie Bustasov, right? Is that how you say his last name?
dude, I will never be able to
Bustasov.
pronounce. Yeah, Buddhist.
And then
We won't ever get that. Let's just chalk
And
it.
then the Coates from Nambia.
Namibia.
Yeah, there it is. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
But Epernay, that team's good. They don't quit, and they're a fast team. They ended up beating Villeneuve, and they ended up playing Verzone today in the finals.
And they were down in that Bears zone game too. Came back and won that game. So obviously no quit. Talking to Marv, they have a young team and they're just workhorses, right? And he's very theatrical and very enthusiastic. And you see him like in the when they're huddled around the net in the beginning of the game, he's like screaming at dudes that are like 6 inches away from him. So he definitely got the boys going. And they played like it though, too, right? Like they played like a bunch of nail guns out there. So and that rink set up looked nasty.
Dude, that rink. So the overall production. Let's just talk a minute about the Coupe de France and kind of get you guys a little kind of view of what we're talking about here. But the whole overall production of Coupe de France. Huge shout out to the French Federation, Ligue Elite, Bauer Hockey France, dude. Like they just absolutely crushed it.
Crushed it. Yeah,
I think they had like probably 9 or 10 different camera angles. Every goal you had a different angle at. The arena and how it's sat. I think that rink size is perfect for roller hockey. I don't think you can get a better size for roller
agree.
hockey. One thing that I was noticing with, I love watching North American roller. Obviously I still think Palma Pro, Narch Pro, that's the top in the game, right? I also think having a different rink size would be really fun to watch. So watching this, yeah, its skill level is not as high as that Palma Pro. That was just as entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. The way it
Yeah.
sat, the way that they had it production, NHL level production, unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like everything, like you said, from the production side to even the cameras that they use just look so clear. Like everything looked like it was in, like an HD quality as you pull it up here. And again, like as you put it on Instagram and showed here, like it doesn't even do it justice. But like look at how it's shot. Like you can see the whole play.
Like
They had
this.
lights going off, zooming in on the cellies, like replays right away without any glitches. Like they were completely dialed in on that production side of things. And even like the stands, the bleachers, I think those bleachers are almost like a perfect size because it's not too many and it's not just like a couple of bleachers, right? So it just
Yeah.
looks sick. Like there was a couple videos that they tagged us in where that were just like not even playing videos, and everything they sent us just looked top notch. And even the rink itself, like you never know in Europe what you're gonna get rink wise, quality wise with the boards and stuff. And everything looked great there. So like look at that. That's beautiful. So and you'd mentioned the rink size, like that rink size is awesome because it makes the game a little faster, a little more chaotic as well. So you see a lot of mistakes, and they were pretty, both high scoring games. So, shout out to Ligue Elite for putting on a hell of a Coupe de France.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Ligue Elite, but also that's that French Federation too that puts it
Yeah,
on because
exactly.
I think one thing we kind of got to explain about how Coupe de France works is Coupe de France is a lot like March Madness. Okay, let's put it into terms for the North American people. Let's take March Madness, put it into Coupe de France in France, and you go Ligue Elite in one, in two, and I think in three. And it starts off as a round of like either 32 or even more. And you play basically League U Elite to N1 teams, N2, N3 teams, and then build your way up. And yeah, and the final four this year obviously was Villeneuve, Rattel, Verzone, and the champions, Epernay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was Epernay ended up meeting Verzone, and that was they played I think last week, and that game got ugly with just players going at it, spitting on each other and stuff. So it
I
was a
mean,
lot.
Verzone always seems to be in the mix, like in everything over there. Like they just seem to be like a bunch of pricks to play against. So,
I mean,
um,
they're a big team too. They
yeah,
got a lot of big players. David Jansko's over
Johnsko,
there,
Mr. Mohawk.
Mr. Mohawking across the whole rink. But they both have great teams. And it's just like a changing of the guard right now in France roller hockey. You see a lot of
Yep,
these different teams now starting to step up. Yeah, Villeneuve and Rattel were the powerhouses.
there.
Moving on, got anything else to say about the Coupe de France?
No, I just thought it was like, while I was like at work yesterday at a trade show and I had it on and I was like enjoying watching it like, every game. I just kept it on the whole day. So it was just a great production overall. And I think they just did a really good job. I think we've always talked about how they do really the best job of promoting too. So making sure that there's interviews and pregame, postgame stuff. And, being on YouTube is awesome because most people have smart TVs where that YouTube app is on there, so it makes it easy to watch. That's the one thing, like with roller hockey TV,
They
like
even got
it's hard to
cheerleaders
watch on
out
TV. Yeah,
there.
look at that. The girls dancing at the center ice like a NBA game, so it's not bad. Look at all the comments of people watching. I mean, just did a sick job, honestly. And then they had a still mat floor, obviously, which we all agree is the best floor out there. Yeah, again, stuff like this, the behind the net views, the broadcast view, like everything just looked great. So, really good job from everybody over there, including the French Federation.
The French Federation. But yeah,
French, Français.
lots of roller going on as well too. Give me 1 second. Gonna pull something up that I think people will thoroughly enjoy. That I kind of have built over the last couple of
Kind of
days.
the reason for why we're doing a pod right now, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely. So a lot of roller hockey events going on too. Let me do a little clip and share again for you guys.
Rob's producer and host. So,
Producer, host, everything. So compiled all the events we've kind of had this whole year. Um, right now, next up we got going on. It is March 20th. Winter Wars East obviously is going on at Marple. And then we even got Echo on here, tours. Pi Finals is next weekend. So you're gonna have the Florida Chaos return and they will play Pittsburgh Inferno. So a
yeah.
new matchup that we haven't seen in what, 10 years basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
gonna be we talked about it, I think, on the last time we met. And I mean that chaos seems pretty deep. So but the Inferno team keeps it tight and they don't really get blown out in games. So they're gonna keep those games tight. So it's definitely gonna be fun to watch. And I love the fact, and we've talked about this like Saturdays during the kind of off season before tournaments start is like a great day to watch roller. So when college football's over, kind of gives you something to watch on Saturdays. So this is a good time that if you're interested in watching roller, you can watch the European leagues play. You have Pi Ha finals next weekend. Winter Wars East adults coming up in a few weeks. So things are starting to really ramp up here as far as the roller season goes in the events.
yeah, no, absolutely. So next week you got Pi Minors, Pi Semi-Pro, and Pi Pros finals. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys real quick what we got going on here. Um, Obviously the master schedule and everything, but how it works is both basically minors and semi-pro. They basically play a round robin again, and then the top teams move into another playoff system and then into the championship games. The pro they do, I think, which is a really cool series set, is the 7 game series. They do 2 Friday night, 2 Saturday night, and then 3 Sunday if needed, which I think is just showcasing the talent at night, having the minors and semi pros building up to that pro games at night. So which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about like, everyone's gonna have issues with every league, every tournament, but Pi does a great job on the finals. Like credit where credit's due. They do a great job. That rink is nasty. Like, so they just do a really good job on that. The broadcast team's pretty solid on that too. I think they use that what's it called? Roller Planet, right out there
Yeah, so they'll
for
have
the play by plays and stuff.
yeah, it's going
So
to be Roller Planet on YouTube, and then you're also going to have on the play-by-play. Got Joe Oria. Shout out to Lakewood Fire, my boy Joe Oria. He always puts on a
nice
great
guy,
show.
great
Great,
guy.
great guy in the world. I know Jesus is going to absolutely love that. But shout out to the Lakewood Fire. He does a lot for, you can just say Colorado Roller. He's on the broadcast for Pi-Ha, and he's always putting in teams, whether in the for that semi-pro and minor divisions. And then you also got on the mic Anthony Flynn over from Marple, your boy, and then Matt
Center.
Valine and Logan McCray from Colorado Springs. They're out of that rink as well too. So it should be a pretty good broadcast, and should be a great set of games.
Yeah, a lot of hockey next weekend. So
Lots of roller. All right, let's get into something else as well too. We got March Madness. We have a pretty cool idea we kind of thought of and do a little March Madness. I could say like what rink bracket.
yeah, 100% ranked facility bracket, 100%.
All right, so the way this will work, and we're going to post this. You probably listen to this on Monday. It's already posted. You can kind of understand how we have gone about this. But for the give me 1 second. We compile the list of rinks. I would say what about 50 rinks, right?
Yeah, just about.
About 50 rinks here. Yeah, 52, 53. And we really went indoor facilities, okay? Indoor facilities, not outdoor. I know there are a few in here that are kind of like indoor outdoor, which technically Irvine is considered outdoor. It's not an indoor rink,
Right.
right? Same with the Hendersonville and Nashville. Same with the Temecula, the new one as well too. So there are some rinks that we gave that were like, hey, we're gonna add it into this. So what we're talking about, all right? So what we did, compiled about 50 of the rinks, indoor rinks around the United States and Canada. We added a couple of Canada. We really wanted the situation around year-round rinks, NERC, El Paso rink, Parker Fieldhouse, those kind of rinks, right? That are, what are you smiling about?
I just love that we got our cookies. We're the first two on the list. I
Well,
love it.
yeah, it's your rink and our rink.
I know,
Nathan
I know, I
Tobin,
know.
bro.
So
Shout out.
it made me happy. I wasn't like
Yeah.
laughing. It made me happy. Yeah.
So we compiled the list and really wanted to do like a March Madness bracket and just see who has the coolest and the best rink and can get the most votes, right? Maybe give away a little banner like this for a March Madness banner. Top rink of 2026. But do you want to get into the ranking system of how we kind of decided which what is which and then where we wanted to place them between their region?
Yeah. So obviously you broke it down very nicely for regions being the West, South, East, and Midwest. And obviously there's going to be some crossover and some gray
Yeah.
lines in there, right? Because just because some ranks aren't either, and people consider Midwest, whatever, but broke it down into four brackets essentially. And then how it's going to work is basically rating those facilities on different things that each facility offers, right? So here's the list Rob showing right here, kind of the breakdown. And then when we talk about like the ranks themselves, it's going to be things like the rink, right? Starting out there with the tile, the quality of the rink, how old that tile is, boards, glass, benches, things like that, right? Things that like when you're on the rink, you're noticing. Is it an honest rink, right? Does it have a board that's been sticking out for 12 years and been a pain in the ass, right? Then a couple other things adding in there. The facility itself, does it have a good bleacher setup? Does it have other amenities like a snack bar or a bar itself? Or the ability for those types of things, right? Like Irvine's a perfect example. When the tournaments come around, they do a pop-up bar. So that's pretty cool, right? And then eventability is obviously going to be a huge factor in that as well. Can they host an event? Do they have multiple rinks? Is it a single rink facility? And that's not a problem, right? But just the ability to host the event, things like that. Perfect example. That's a single rink facility, but we had room for vendors, big locker rooms. We had good bleachers, clean rink, right? So things like that all
And
kind
I
of
would say
factor.
that would probably the Parker Fieldhouse is and just to kind of like what you would, how we'll grade this, right? Is in California, and what Ann said is we're gonna do regions, right? We'll do West, South, Midwest, and north. We'll try to like figure it out. There is going to be some crossover, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But you have some very nice facilities in California. You got obviously Corona, you got Reading, you got the Plex, you got the rinks. Is the rinks the nicest rink in California? I don't know, but it is used the most, right?
Yep.
On a grading system, like what do you grade that 1 out of 5, Anth? Like on the system that we have, right? So it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So
Yes.
like one doesn't have parking.
And the
Doesn't have
bathroom. The bathrooms are rough.
bathrooms. You got to go across the park, right?
Yep.
You don't have showers.
Yep.
Um,
So
yeah, you're dealing with a lot of elements,
yeah.
right? So when you're looking at like, all right, the ranking system of how we would do it is player playing capability. Has 3 rinks. That checks all the boxes.
Yep.
Okay. So that's great. Has steel mat. That checks the boxes. Playing surface quality has this, like we were saying, but it does have that gap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna matter of like what weighs outweighs the other, right?
Yeah.
Like
But you
the
also, on the other hand, you go into the spectator experience. Man, you got everything you need for the bar, the food, the drinks, watching. You can watch it from wherever. Live streaming ability. It's a great live streaming area where you can see around the whole rink. It's really good. So those checks the box and event hosting
yeah.
ability. So technically, it checks all these boxes. It's about a 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 rink, right?
Yeah. I'd say, yeah, I was gonna say 4 out of 5. I think the biggest thing with that is just like, during the day it can be rough seeing the puck with like the glares and stuff, but typically when you have a tournament there, they put their own banners up and it does cover a lot of
Yeah.
that. So it just depends on the
And that's an
tournament.
example. That's not like what we're saying that's
Right,
what it
right,
is. That's
right.
just an example. On the flip side, let's go to, and this is just because we're familiar, where Pi Hall Finals is hosted. Okay. We're going to
Yep.
go to Colorado Springs rink, the Pepsi Sports Arena. You probably knew this as Tour Arena, Xfinity Sports Center. I personally think it's the best rink in the country. It has everything you need, everything. The one thing
Yeah.
it's hard is can it host a tournament? It's going to host a small regional. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can, and I'll show you kind of like what I'm talking about as well too, with the size. But it's a phenomenal rink. So it's probably a 4 out of 5 as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Because I haven't been there, and like it's one of those things. I'm like, damn, I wish I've gotten there at some point. But like, again, one ranked facilities, even like mine, we don't get tournaments really. You get overflow on tournaments sometimes and stuff like that. But that rink, how it's set up in general, right, with the stadium seating, um, that's a good pick there. The ability to live stream because don't they have like a kind of mezzanine up there to the left, like
Yeah,
where they
all
do the
right here.
streaming?
Got the
So
stadium seating.
that's sick. And then when people are there and you get like a couple hundred people to watch a game because there's only one side of bleachers, it packs out, right? But like that place is just beautiful. Like they keep the floor really clean. You can see the little transformation video that you're pulling up. So they have wood floor underneath, which
Still,
we've
Matt.
done. Yeah, still met over top, wood underneath. And actually at Sports West before it shut down, we had a rink that had wood underneath, like basketball court like that. And it was everyone's favorite rink. I don't know why, but it just was. But it's a sick barn. So, and again, you're not dealing with things like that Irvine has to deal with, like weather, right? Because it's full indoor. So you're not really dealing with the weather issues that like could be a little knock on Irvine. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into this, and let's be honest, this is all opinion based on people, right?
We're
Like
having
we're,
fun. This is
no, I know,
content,
I know,
baby.
I know. This is for the people, though, right? This
Yeah,
is this is what the people get to have their opinion and voice their opinion on things, like, and that's what's great about it. It's not like we're like, we have some sophisticated algorithm that's solving this for us. This is purely for the people and by the people, right? And that's what we've
absolutely.
always been about.
Yeah. So, yeah, just talking peer roller, baby. That's what we do here. That's what we do best. And on here, when you're looking at, and I'm going to share my screen again. Uh, so obviously the Arizona, I think it's called the ground
Peoria,
sport.
yeah,
What?
the Peoria,
Yeah, I think it's like called Solid Ground Arena now or something like that. But these are, majority of the rinks. If we're missing a rink, we missed a rink. Apologize. It's nothing against you, but these are the rinks that are majority using during the summer and year round.
yeah,
So we didn't add the Recplex for Missouri because it's not a It's not a roller rink year round.
Yeah, it's an ice rink.
It's an ice rink.
It's categorized as an ice rink, you know.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So we kind of kept it really as strictly as roller. And I think one that's like a sleeper, and I'm gonna go with some of my sleeper picks in these that I do like. That I think Parker Fieldhouse, that thing checks every box you could ever have. It's an unbelievable rink. I love that rink. But in it region is at number one because you also have the Colorado Springs rink
so
too.
that's a tough debate. It's like the Central in the NHL right now. It's just
And
a
and
the
then you're
gauntlet,
gonna
dude.
and then I'm gonna throw the Foothills Fieldhouse because they have a bar in there. It's in Colorado. Not as nice, obviously, as a facility as those two, but it checks all the boxes, every box. So,
Right.
and a lot of roller rinks are like that. So, that's the thing that I love about this. It's gonna be a very interesting picks. And then you also on the flip side, one rink, dream rink I would love to go to on the East Coast that I think
Yep.
is phenomenal is just from the view is Murraysville Sports Zone and then also Longplex. Those two just look like great rinks to have.
Yeah. Longplex is sick. That place is another one that's just like well ran, beautiful facility. Maryville is cool. It's just small, but it's a nice rink. It's small. Great American's another one, where like the New Jersey Assault plays out of. It's a smaller rink. I think it's a little smaller than like our rink here, but they have a bar upstairs and it's sick. It overlooks the rinks. So that's a sick spot. And I know they'll host like legends and things like that. So again, the smaller events, regionals and stuff like that. But everyone likes going there for regionals because they have the bar. So the guys, parents, whoever it is, can just, pop up there during or after the game. So Great American Sick. Dayton's got new still mat as well. So they went from sport court for like 20 years to now having brand new still mat. So they actually had it installed like right around when we had ours. It was pretty cool. So I was talking to the guy up there, Chris, and we are kind of bouncing some ideas off each other. So super sick right there too on the East Coast.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna pull these up right now. I thought I had them up. I apologize, crew. I'm trying to do my best job here on the
Producing and hosting, dude. It's
so
like
can you see
yeah,
it?
yes, sir.
So this is Longplex, right?
We see Parker Fieldhouse on there.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Hold on. Stop
My
share.
culpa, my culpa.
Michael, here we go. Here we go. So Longplex is right here, which I think is a cool looking rink. Looks super awesome in Rhode
Huge.
Island,
It's
right?
huge too.
Massive.
Massive facility. And again, like
Reminds me of Parker Fieldhouse in a way as well.
I was just gonna say that it kind of is like that. It's got other stuff going on there. They have like turf fields. I think they have basketball. So they have volleyball, stuff like that. Yeah, you can see the volleyball courts there and then
Palladium
the turf. Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah. So it's a sick facility. And like it's crazy because like you look at that picture you just had up, like the hockey rink is equivalent to like 4 basketball rinks, right? So it's just like crazy how big the hockey rink is, which is awesome because I love everyone loves having some space, especially during men's league, right? You want the space, you don't want people on top of you the whole time. So yeah, and that's Maryville. It's a sick rink. Again, it's just a little narrow, but overall like maintained well. They do a lot of deck hockey there, as you can see. Funny that you pulled that up, but they have the full glass on the one side. But I know for like all the deck hockey guys I know that play up there, they love that rink as well. So
We got a boxing. Was this there? Looks like
probably we used to at Sportsplex, we used to have they used to do boxing. They used to drop a ring right in the middle of the rink, put chairs around it. Dude, Sportsplex, I mean, shout out to Mike Churchville. That guy did anything. He did a foam party with Paulie D there once. It was
that's
crazy.
so funny.
And we're playing hockey the next night. Everyone's breaking their ankles because there was like water under the tiles. It was a shit show. But
So
that guy did everything.
yeah, we're gonna release this. I guess you could say March Mad. The inspiration is March Madness.
Mhm.
Do it by region. How we're gonna vote, we're still kind of figuring that out. I think the best way to do it will probably be Instagram stories. It's the most real and it's the most honest, and we can show the proof on there. You know, anything going away from Instagram, I think it just becomes a little harder for people. So direct them to the story, tag the accounts, and boom. And the winner is gonna get a banner. We'll make them a banner.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah, my buddy.
yo,
Shout out to my
yo.
boy Grayson Phillips, also one of my other best man. Also, Ant at my wedding.
Yeah, there you
Right
go.
here, Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice. He gave us
A mini record.
yeah. So
That thing's
each
sick.
yeah, my Alex got where's Alex's? Alex's is somewhere, But yeah, it's super cool. I don't know if it works. I think it does though.
You need like a
Yeah,
mini
this was
record player.
this was like your coaster.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
sick.
hers was something else, but it was pretty cool. But yeah,
I got it. I just picked this up randomly at TJ Maxx, a Minnesota Wild coaster. They just had them there. So I was
there
like,
you
fuck it,
go.
I'm grabbing it, dude. It's kind of sick.
That's money.
So yeah, pretty
Um,
sick.
and then also along with this, we added some of the Canadian rinks.
Right.
Got to throw some love in the Canada rinks. I know there's a couple that are year round, or if not, we'll just throw them out there. So we'll see how that goes, but try to get this done by when the championships are for March Madness. So we got a wheel here. We'll get these posted out, and then we'll get it voted on, and kind of post the whole thing tomorrow of what the bracket looks like. Tuesday we'll get into each region. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
show
yeah.
each
I
region.
say do a region a day,
Yeah,
and then just run it right back on the second rounds and third rounds, and just work it all the way down until we basically have like a final four. And then maybe we could rip through a pod or before the final four, just kind of talk about it. I think you and I should do our own brackets too, and just see what we think that people will like,
dude,
and kind of
El Paso checks every box. El Paso, let me tell you about El Paso Nations Tobin. Two rinks, this huge parking lot. We just don't have a bar. Great
But you got a second
facility.
rink. You have
Got
a
a
mini
second
rink.
rink. Mini
That's kind of sick.
3v3, baby.
Dude, I would love, like, I've been trying to convince them to turn our one tennis court into a mini rink, but they just make so much money off tennis that like they can't.
Yeah.
But we're actually tossing around the idea. We have racquetball studios and nobody really plays racquetball anymore. So we're tossing around the idea of putting a golf sim in one. So if we do that, that's a huge pickup for us. So imagine
Absolutely.
like going to play your game, then go like play a quick nine on the golf sim would be sick.
That'd be that would be a that's what Yoder used to have in the
Yeah.
Legend before it
Yeah,
shut
yeah, yeah.
down, which was
Yeah,
super
yeah.
cool too.
Yeah. So I'm trying to convince them. I was like, hey, you could buy them like, to buy a cheap one first to like see if people like it and then, upgrade as you get more into it. So we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's what it is for the March Madness bracket. Okay. So now everybody understands. If you don't, I'm sorry. Is what it is. Vote for your rink. Hopefully you win a banner and hang it
And
up for RDN's best rink.
to your point, this is actually going to be huge for rink communities too. Like that's
Yeah.
almost its own category in itself is like how strong are these rink communities? Like, you know what I mean? So you have
Yeah.
like an Irvine community that has so many teams, the more that they get votes, it's going to help them. So it is going to be on how well your community is tied into your rink. So we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. All right. One couple other things going on here before going into uh we got Pi Hop finals coming up, and then we
Yep.
kind of really, obviously on the roller season, a lot of regionals going on. We got Wish Cup will be coming up as well too. And then you got Tours Nationals will be in St. Louis. So it's at a new facility too. Tours Nationals is at what let me pull that up. I
Is
totally
that
forgot.
the new car shield facility, right?
Correct. Let me give you guys
Yeah.
that. So it's at Queenie Park Iceplex. And then also,
So it's going to be a six spot if it's a
yeah,
brand new facility. Like you're going to have top of the line shit and Carfield, the great AAA ice program as well. Oh, what a save by Savannah! Holy shit, nice save.
I don't know. I don't think Tours is actually at the new. I think it's at a different place because I don't know if that place is done.
Okay,
Let
I
me
know they were
double
talking
check.
about that last year.
Yeah, so this is from what I'm seeing, this is Queenie Park Ice Complex. That is a hard say.
That's almost like Unified Conics Black Ice.
Yeah, it's like
It's a lot,
ridiculous.
dude. Yeah, that's a lot to go through.
All right,
But
hold on. Can you see this?
it's percolating. Yeah, there you go.
It's a Queenie Ice.
It does. Yes.
This is what it says. I don't know. It could be totally wrong. Let's type in Missouri. Oh, that's not how I say Missouri. But yeah, this is what they say it is.
We'll see.
This looks, if this is it looks absolutely unbelievable. I just don't know if this is it or not.
Yeah, it says Queenie Park Ice Complex. So I mean, yeah,
Huh?
that's what they're going with.
There
So
we
I
go.
mean,
Okay.
yeah, dude, is that it?
That it? I don't know. I see a whole bunch of ranks. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're
Damn,
gonna
dude.
find out. That's the one thing. So let's just get into it. You know what? We are the Roller Hockey Podcast, and we are the RDN Roller Show. We are for the people, for the people. You know what? if we're gonna have a hockey tournament somewhere and take our hockey tournament serious, why not show the people where they're playing? We
Yeah.
don't even know where they're playing. We haven't seen a picture of it. No one's posted about it. Narch is always on top of it. State Wars is on top of it. These tournaments are on top of it. But just kind of like post a picture. We're not like asking for too much, I think, right? Just like
No.
care about the product. And
Yeah.
we deeply care about the sport. So care about the
Yeah.
product that we cover. But I'm just trying to figure out this picture and to think about it. I can't find it. Right? We about to get
Yeah.
a
I mean,
live interview.
no, I thought someone was walking in, but I think I locked the door. But yeah, I mean, like I'm looking at the pictures online, and if it's the place where the St. Louis Junior Blues play, I'm pretty sure they had ACHA finals there a few years back. And it's a pretty sweet rink. So, I mean, we'll see. Like, I think this is it though. So, but who knows? Like, I mean, even if you type in Queenie Park Ice Complex on Google, like, you can't find any information.
No.
So,
So
weird.
anyway, Torres is going to be there. Got Narch going to be at Corona, or not Corona. He'll be at Corona as well,
Well,
but
too, yeah.
Irvine will be at Irvine in California, and then you have State Wars will be in Indiana. And I think they changed the name, right? They changed the name of their rink.
The Fort Wayne rank.
Yeah,
Who knows? I hate Fort Wayne, but yeah, they probably did.
I think it's called the what is it now?
We'll get our boy Hugh Ford on. Hold on one second.
Fort Wayne Spaceman Facilities,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is it Sport One Parkview Ice House?
yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
I
Spaceman
thought they changed it to
facilities.
like the Plex or something like that.
I mean,
They
it looks
they
like
up,
they've done
they've done
some
a lot of
upgrades.
upgrades.
Yeah, good. So, I mean, I don't mind like the rink there. I liked when State Wars had the pro on the middle rink as opposed to on that far left rink because it was like on the middle rink, there's like mini stadium seating, but on the far left rink, uh, they only have like the one like corner seating, and then everyone's sitting either in the bar area or on that like mezzanine. So yeah, I mean, it looks like they made some upgrades, so that's awesome. So I know they have like a senior A team that's been playing out of there, and they have
Damn,
uh
they got this is a
actually Fort Wayne Comets practice.
57,000 square foot
There you
multi-use
go.
facility, 8 volleyball courts, 6 basketball courts, hardwood
So they
floors,
made some upgrades. So
made
that's great.
major upgrades.
Awesome. Spaceman Facilities a crazy ass name though, so that's funny.
Spaceman facilities about
Yeah, it's like the logo is kind of sick. It's a
well,
little
no,
space guy.
that's the hockey team, the USPHL Premier
Yeah,
Elite Junior
yeah.
Hockey Team.
That's kind of a sick name, honestly.
Yeah. So,
So
but yeah, no, John Finch is the manager. There you go, president. Shout out to John Finch, boy.
there you go, John. Good job, John.
Good job, John. But yeah, no, great facility as well too.
Yeah,
So they've had it there what 3, 4 times now, I would say.
yeah.
Because
Yes,
that was
sir.
I've gone there, went to the Fort Wayne Zoo. Fort Wayne Zoo is it's not much going on there, but they do have a what do you call it? Like a ski.
Like a ski lift?
Yeah, they have a ski lift that goes not
That like
over.
yeah, but like around the park.
Kind of. It's just like this one little area. It's like this most. Let me show you what I'm talking about, people. You
Uh,
guys, this is the RD and Roller Show podcast, and we're going to show you what to do at State Wars Hockey. We're going
yeah.
to take you to the Fort Wayne Zoo, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second.
It's good
Yeah,
for the kids, like something to do,
yeah.
like in between games, go to the zoo. Like the kids even go to the zoo now? I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know. Fort
My
Wayne
kid
Zoo.
loves to do.
Yeah, well, Dom's going to be. Hold
Dom,
on. Fort
Dom's
Wayne
a problem
Zoo.
right now.
Dude, Dom is the goat, bro. Don't.
Dude, he is.
All right, here we
He's
go.
something, dude.
All right, here we go. Fort Wayne Zoo ski lift. So if you guys are in Fort Wayne, check out the ski lift that you can go on, which is
Dude,
pretty sick.
that thing looks janky, bro.
Yeah, you don't go anywhere. You just go into the
Like back and
tree.
forth. It's like, yo, you can't look at animals, but like we'll take you
No.
through like a random park.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's going on in Fort Wayne, dude? They ain't all right.
You can feed you feed you can feed giraffes some lettuce,
That's
which is
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. There's we got Anthread over there.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go. So yeah, you got this is your what's your team's name this year?
Fusion of the boys.
What?
The Fusion boys feeding giraffes. Team
Yeah,
bond. It's a team bonding
team
exercise.
bonding. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is what to do in Fort Wayne and go on the ski
yeah.
lift in there. So we've
There
gone
you
off
go.
the rails a little
Yeah,
bit.
we up out to lunch.
This is the RD and Roller Show. It's meant to watch on
Yeah,
YouTube now. We're
yeah.
producing it. We're showing you some
Right,
interesting stuff.
right, dude. I love it.
Um,
I'm all for it.
anything else to talk about in roller?
Nah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm just like buried in roller hockey
Oh,
shit
one
right
big
now.
news
So,
too.
oh,
The
oh, okay.
Scorpions and Car Shield joined forces together.
Wheelers,
The-
my culpa, my culpa. Yeah,
Sorry,
they,
I've been
yeah,
watching too much. I was thinking about the rink. My bad.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
Texas Scorpions and the champion Wheelers have now joined forces to become the Texas Scorpions. From my understanding, they'll actually be joining and be playing with each other at future events. Eton Chavira and Joaquin Chavira are on the Texas Scorpions, which great team gives them a lot of firepower and stuff. Not sure what the other guys are doing that were on that team, if they're still on that team or whatnot. But yeah, it's gonna be Texas Scorpions. They make more noise than anybody that haven't played one
Yeah.
pro game.
Yeah. That's it. You're not wrong.
And it's not a
Um,
bad thing. That's what the roller world needs. And that's the one thing I was gonna say. It's like
agreed.
we don't have much to talk about ever because there's nothing to talk about. And they're like, oh, why isn't roller hockey in the Olympics? Why would roller hockey be in the Olympics when nobody is talking about it and only wants to talk about it 4 weeks out of the year?
Yeah,
Come on,
and like
make it
and
make sense.
usually that noise is like the week of the tournament, right? Focusing on the pro side when like you find out someone jumped ship on a team like the week before, right? So then it's like, oh, okay, like now, but like think about if these rosters are all done months before. We've talked about this extensively. Like if those rosters are done months before, then you could build it up. We could grab guys for interviews building up to the tournament, not just doing everybody in one shot. Even though I love the way we do it with like everyone just hops on, hops on, hops on. Like it takes like 4 hours of our day, but I love it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And especially because like when we did I think still to this day, the Golden ones, the NCRHA one with that goalie. What was his name?
Who?
The crazy goalie.
Carter Patnod?
Oh, that guy was a riot. He's a
Carter's
Looney
the
Tune, dude.
yeah,
Well,
did you get
I loved it.
I
He
love
got
Carter. Shout out to Carter. I think he's on a new team called like the Kill Squad Hockey.
I'm sure. Yeah, who knows? That guy that checks with that dude. But that dude was we didn't know what we were getting with that guy, and he came on, and I felt like we were in a stand-up comedy skit to a degree. Like he was like, "Yeah, my brother sucks. I'm gonna get sniped probably by like 30 goals each game." I'm like, "Oh my god,
I've
this
never
guy
heard
is
a more self-deprecating kid that
dude."
was like, "Yeah, well, we have to play Windenwood. We got beat by them by 12 goals, so probably have no shot.
Yeah, and he's like pretty
Team can't
good.
stop anything, and he's
He
nasty."
well until he went to Legends, but yeah, like he's nasty. Like yeah, he like whatever. But like I and the thing is, like someone asked me if they forget who he played for, but they're like, "Hey, we need a goalie for Legends." I was like, "Oh, this kid lives in Detroit. Like he's pretty solid from what I know," and I hooked him up with him. So now I'm the bad guy too. You know what I mean? Sent them like a I don't even I
I,
can't even say
he's
it,
a great
but
guy. He's a great
great
guy.
guy, overall good guy. Yeah, I'm
Good
sure
guy.
everyone has bad days. Like we'll
Yeah,
just chalk it up to that. Like
yeah. He
oh my
showed us
god.
his GoPro collection.
Yeah, he did. That was crazy. Remember his room was like it looked like a tornado hit it, dude. Like he like panned his camera down. He had like piles of clothes and just like AirPods and like all sorts of shit all over the place. It was wild.
Yeah.
So that dude was checked out, dude. So shout out to Carter. We gotta end it there. I don't have enough energy to talk about anything else after that thinking about that guy. So
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you on the next